I look to this group for my inspiration. I come here to be inspired, to look at leaders, how they're doing things, to learn how to be a better man. And then I use this as a launching point for me to then go out into the community and be and emulate the people I see here. What I am is an ordinary man, an ordinary Joe, a sinner. Ordinary Joes can do extraordinary things. Signing up to be your coach, soccer coach for your kid when you've never played soccer or never coached soccer, extraordinary. When you stop to help someone with a flat tire, extraordinary. When you kiss your wife goodbye every morning and good night, amen, every night, extraordinary. When you come to leading with power, extraordinary.
I was living for the world, not living for the right things, trying to please everyone but my Heavenly Father. I fell to my knees and accepted Him as my Savior, and now I'm 9 years sober. So if anyone is struggling with alcohol or drugs, we're all men here. We all love each other. That's why we come here. So we can stand behind each other like lions, learn God's Word, get closer to Christ, lay it all out to Him, give it all, surrender, and your life will change forever.
Time is short. I've experienced a number of things in my life that really proved that to be very true. I've been a Christian more than probably 15, 20 years. I gave my life over to Christ after drugs, alcohol, and many other things to a certain degree. I'm 60. My brother was 61. My brother, Alzheimer's brother, is 62. My dad died at 57, and I've lost other cousins along the way much earlier than that, and I'm just going, I need to get focused on one, loving God, two, loving my wife like she's never been loved before. I was living for me, and I no longer make a point to live for me. I live for my wife, I live for God. If I'm here with you group of men because I came here a couple, 2 or 3 years ago and got tied into this, and I'm going, this is bigger than me. Time is short, gentlemen. Don't wait for drastic things in your life to change, or losing a loved one, or losing your wife. Because bottom line is, we don't know the day or the time, but being prepared, we can do that. Be prepared for that day or time when God says, you're coming with me.
God has used broken men in amazing ways throughout history. I still have my moments, where I kind of want to get in and drive the bus a little bit. Or worry excessively about some things. And it's an illness. That's one thing we have to understand, is addiction is an illness. It's a brain disease. It's no different than heart disease. It's no different than anything else, any of the mental illnesses. And that's one thing that I really push hard, is for people to understand that there's no difference between mental health and physical health. It's all the same thing. There should be no stigma attached to any of it. People of the second chance rally behind the flops and the prodigals. We champion lost causes. People of the second chance also give themselves second chances. When we have experienced personal, professional, or relationship failure, we refuse to be defined by our mistakes. We learn, and we grow, and we have the courage to move on.
The power of purpose. God has a plan for your life. Ephesians 2:10 says, you are God's masterpiece. God created you with work to do. And that work He has planned in advance for you to do. And if you're having problems making sense of life, maybe it's because our plans are taking us this way and God's plans are wanting to take us this way, and they need to merge. I had the privilege of choosing a big hairy goal and watching and then having it succeed, but sometimes life doesn't let us pick the big hairy goals, it gives us the big hairy goals. My Ironman this past year was rehabbing a torn Achilles. My nephew's Ironman is to adapt and adjust from the loss of a leg and learn how to live life to the full. Many of you are sitting, that you don't have time to be setting big hairy goals because you're trying to survive today. But I want you to know that the purpose is the same. Whether it's great success or great adversity, your Creator, the God that loves you, Jesus who created you, redeemed you, loves you, just wants you to develop a joyful, desperate dependence on Him. See, we're going to be on the other side of death a lot longer than we're on this side. And we're going to spend, if we have faith in Jesus, we're going to spend eternity with Him. And He wants to be our God. He wants to show up on our behalf. He wants to enable us to accomplish big dreams. Do you know that Jesus said, my followers will do the things they saw me do? And then this blows me away. Think about this. And they will do greater things than these. If you set your goals only as big as what you know you can accomplish, you can rightfully glorify yourself in that. Good for you. But if you're a servant of Jesus, He wants to change the world, and He wants to use us to do it. So find a goal that's big enough, that's sure to fail if God doesn't show up. And then when He does, who gets the glory? He does, right? And you get the joy of watching God work. So we have an individual purpose. You each have an individual purpose that's God-given. It's time to discover it if you haven't, and move on with it if you have. But I also see a corporate purpose that we have together. I called you guys the gathering storm, and I mean that. Exodus 9:16, but I have raised you up for this very purpose, that I might show you my power, and that my name might be proclaimed in all the earth.